should have loaded in first, but you know, I don't ever really pride myself as being a smart person. Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Hardcore Survival. And I am pretty sure my cat woke me up from my sweet little nap just to take my spot on the bed. Because the moment I get up, he takes my spot. And it seems a little bit too coincidental. Well, you know what? That's okay this time. This time, I will let him live. I'm like only half focused. I don't know what I am doing. You're still alive somehow. Been killed by a baby zombie yet? You're not hidden by any degree. You would think a baby zombie would come to fuck you over, but I guess not. Okay, so I guess that's right, we need one more villager. And some more deep slate, apparently. Clean up this one spot, but we can deal with that. Deep slate. Oh man, I'm not so much tired as I am just fucking zoned. Right? Because I just woke up, it's just like a wah, wah, wah kind of feeling. Oh wow, I haven't changed any of that. Being okay there. Cool. And then we go like this. Let's get. We have trapdoors down at home. We do. Get this trapdoor in place. And I could have done this type of thing for all of them, in all honesty. Like, I didn't have to do it as I did. Like, cause, how did I do it? I set them all into like that spot, and then I pushed them all. Because I didn't want to waste the effort breaking and then replacing the rail lines. So I could have done them all like that, but I guess I'm not smart, because this would have been a very cost-effective, effort-free kind of situation. Nice. No trouble solution. Or you've gone the wrong way. I don't know why they're hiding around here, but they are. I don't quite know how one of those villagers escaped, but hey, now they're both farmers. Nice. I will have to come through every once in a while to fix these. I think it's the babies jumping on them. So the farmers are adults, so they don't need fun. Whereas the babies, now those things. So if I go this, gotta go down. I guess since I'm not using things to trap him. He should be fine. Oh yeah. I know that if you try and keep them in that spot using trapdoors, they don't really take too kindly to it, and oftentimes they'll teleport out, which is kind of a kick in the teeth, but you know, it is what it is. Nice. Okay, let's have, what is it? Flint? Flint. I got 2 flint. Do I have any crafting benches? I do not have a flint. A Fletcher. I do not have a Fletcher. I use brick or that is a good question. I am still only like here in like 5.1% of my normal capacity. My mental state is, I don't know. I messed my sleep schedule up. Like, just solid messed it up because I was doing dumb stuff. This. Hey, how's it going, friend? How's it going, Grindin? Oh yeah, you like that? What are you, gay? There we go. Then we go like this. This, and go. Nice, 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 nice. There we go. Now everyone is now nicely situated in their new home. I'm gonna have to, yeah, start infecting these guys. And the easiest way would be to probably bring the baby zombie in here and break these and seal the baby zombie inside. I just let it run around inside there and them all. Wouldn't it? I think so. That. I need to think of things to build, right? That is one of my big issues. Things to build. I should probably start working on a giant mob farm for experience purposes. So I need to figure out what a mob farm would look like that big. Like, no joke, I do not know what a giant mob farm. I know different styles of them, you know, the box one or the open one where they pick a giant blanket of blocks and it makes it dark and stuff like that, but I don't know anything else. Do not know any of the other ones. But you pay that might explain why this stopped. Maybe I have to place stuff in a different orientation. Place this dirt afterwards, but it's okay for now. about that, huh? How about you guys go back to being farmers, doing your jobs? You know, I wasn't going to let him escape. Mildly. Hello and welcome. I feel like I know the name. I'm just not 100%. Yeah, it did work. Now they're working villagers. Shit. And now all the way down here, isn't it? Welcome to our party. Get the potatoes at work. That's potatoes. That is potatoes. I know I need this brick, but I have it. Okay, so I need to start thinking of things to do. Projects to build, people to kill, you know, all that stuff. And while I think on that, I should recover my pickaxes. You know, that would sound about right. Honestly, that would sound about right. How are you doing today? How you doing today? Enjoying your day so far? Enjoying your time? Why do I have netherrack over here? That's a dumb thing to have over here. Hey. You know, for my cat to have woken me up, kicked me out of my bed, just to end up running away from my bed is kind of a slap in the face. Like, I was okay with the fact that he kicked me out of my bed. I was okay with that. I was kind of overdue. I had a good dream and I was being too immersed in it. But really, why did he have to run away? That's just mean, right? That's just rude. Animals are rude. Hey, how's it going, friend? This is like the best. I didn't even plan to make this out of trapdoors, but this is like the best. And I'm doing pretty good, you know? I am surprised at how good I am doing. Rusty, welcome! Welcome. How you feeling, Rusty? How you feeling? You know, I've learned that I kind of suck at playing video games. Like, with a hard S, like a suck. I was playing XCOM the other day. I streamed it. I made so many mistakes. Oh man, I am terrible at XCOM. And it's kind of insulting because I enjoy it as a game. It's like, how can I be that bad? But, you know, it is what it is, right? Oh man, I'm breaking 3 on this is mint. It is mint. Mint. Oh man. Oh, nice. Well, good for you. I still don't have the confidence to do that, because I'm a bit of a chicken shit, but at least I know it. At least I know it. Zombie go burr. This is like... It would be bad if like a creeper came. Oh man, that reminds me. We almost died last time. Like, no joke. I almost got myself murked last time. Damn, that's pretty good. I was modifying someplace and a creeper snuck up on me, and I got saved by the highest level of luck there is. It was in the first like 5 minutes of the episode as well, or something like that. Like first 20 minutes of the stream. What is it? Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. I was. Fuck yeah. I was building something in my villager hall. I was replacing stone and dirt to be fancy stone, and I backed up into my hall, and then it exploded, and I am 90% sure I survived because the lip of my villager hall is turned into trapdoors. And of course we all know that Minecraft plays its game of, we'll let you go anywhere you want. Or they do explosion damage based on where your feet are, right? So it was just far enough that I survived. It was a sneaky thing to have to happen, but it happened. I need more sheep. I need more sheep. I'll probably have to get like, I do have silk touch. I'm kind of stuck. I have a silk touch pickaxe now. I have ice. It's in one of my chests, but I do own ice. I guess I'll eat some bread first. In fact, I think it's either packed ice or blue ice. Oh, that would be smart. Oh my god, I hate skeletons. With this, hopefully I can juke him. I didn't juke him hard enough. Near the soul sand, you say? Interesting. Oh my god. What is this, invasion of the zombies? Like, holy shit. Also, this is a great combination. The, what is this, amethyst? Yeah. The amethyst chimes are just nice. Really. Makes the zombies sand? Okay, let's see. I have a secondary sword. Ew. Goodness, that was a... Oh, I had a secondary sword in my inventory. What a silly Billy I am. So yeah. Maybe. I'll explain what happened. I was building in here, building up these steps and stuff, making it look fancy. And I had my back turned. And I didn't even hear it. It was probably like there or something like that. And I started stepping back this way to go get something from my thing. So it's just, and I got on this. You can feel that this is slightly higher, and it exploded just as I stepped up here. Oh, it scared the living Jesus out of me. Like, holy Jiminy's. It was not my friend. That's right, you guys are not my friend. In fact, you could be the exact opposite. Honestly, those things... That's the first time they scared me in a long time. Nice. Built this. Probably. I built this. I have to add some more to it. The build's not finished. I need to add like a pathway, but I built this. This side is overgrown and stuff like that, and this side is still on fire. And then we have a meteor. Literally, like, the reason why all this is cobblestone and stuff is because the roof collapsed. It's literally just a meteor. I don't know why I like it so much, but it's there. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah. What's kind of funny is that as I was digging through, I did not expect, number one, this mountain to be so thin. And number two, there's a village behind here. There's a second village behind the mountain. Kind of funny. I got so much cobblestone from this, it was ridiculous. But no, I've been pretty good. I have been pretty good. Anything interesting in your world, Rusty? Anything fun and exciting? I really need to build stuff. That's right, I need to get mending on my thingamabob, don't I? The axe is getting a little too damaged for my liking. What are you, Infinity? Efficiency? Unbreaking. Okay. 38. Sharpness. I guess I could enchant a sword with that. Fortune. Silk touch. Fire. Ending. Oh, you have infinity as well. This guy's useless. I mean, it's cheaper probably, but still. Functionally useless. Good to know. Okay, what do I need? What do I need? I need to go harvest all of my sugarcane. That is a good time. That is the best time. Like, sugarcane harvesting is nice. Whee! Like, I don't normally do it like this, but I should. This is so nice. It's slower, not gonna lie. It's definitely a little bit slower. Yes. There we go. Taste. Give me the taste of the good stuff. Yeah. I also need to go collect more, what is it? Sand? Not sand. Leaves. I need to collect the leaves. Because leaves are good. I was thinking of replacing these water sources and stuff like that with leaves. Since you can waterlog leaves, make it a nice little design. I still also have the ones back in base. We're gonna have to go cut down a bunch of trees though. Like, no joke, that is probably what I'm gonna have to do. How many potatoes would these guys sell me? Or buy from me, right? Nice. How many stacks is that? That is a solid 5. That's nearly 15 stacks, just shy of 14 stacks. Like, that is a solid performance. Yeah, I've got ice there, so good. Good. We make sure that the villagers that I can buy from or sell from sell to actually purchase the stuff that I have. So I do have carrots now, so it shouldn't be too bad. In truth, I also have beet seeds technically down in the dungeon, right? But technically the only thing I'm missing is... what is it? Yeah, the only thing I'm missing is... melons, watermelons, which is kind of surprising. Like, I know they're more rare than a lot of other things, but it's like... of everything, that's the thing I'm missing. Weird. Paper? Paper. Be able to get a 1-to-1, I think. One to one on that. I wish there was a redstone guy. That'd be cool. Alright, I got those from probably the Fletchers for being super cheap. I am definitely gonna have to turn all of those guys. Got potatoes, got carrots, I'll have to bring both of those. Nice. This. You. Curse of Binding, gross. And you're now selling glass. Nice. Okay, what do I need? I need one of you. That. Okay, let's do you. Ending one. I need you. No. You from breaking 3. You have infinity. I might have to get a bunch of infinity books, honestly. Or I could just kill him, because I do still have this guy with infinity. That's not a big difference between them, honestly. Silk touch, not useful. Fortune, not useful. Sharpness, I don't even think I can get put on an axe, so. Efficiency. There. Like, look at that. This is perfect. Probably shouldn't have made that many purchases, but I did. Need a second bed somewhere. I need a second bed somewhere, and hopefully somewhere nice. There we go. I guess I could smelt them. I could smelt all this old iron stuff. Gold stuff. And chainmail smelts down as well, so let's do that for a second. Like, there's no reason not to, right? Yeah, since all that stuff smelts down, there's no reason not to. Nice. I, I deserve to burn for this one. Alexander. Moment, that is one I deserve to burn for. Oh, I don't even know why it's so funny. Hey, you now sell bells, and you take iron. Yes. Yeah, let's just like sprint to the finish on some of these guys. Who knows what they'll give me. Yeah, this is a good way to heal up my stuff. No. So actually, let's go like this. Go, what, 7, 5. This. You. This. Thanks. Aw, man, you don't even give me. None of these guys got anything good. They're all pussies. In truth, as opposed to burning them all, the only useful thing I can get from them is Yeah, no, he's... Oh, he gives me an axe with efficiency 1. Nice. Kinda useless, but nice. Okay, let's get... Nice, that is some solid work right there. Cool, cool. I mean, I don't really need either of these objects, but I will use them. In fact, actually, I can probably go like this. Thank you, just call me unstoppable for that. How's it going today, Unstoppable? Kim Possible? Miley Jones? Watchable? I'm pretty. Cool, cool. That is perfectly allowed. I also came to sell potatoes. That makes sense. I came to sell potatoes, and I will sell myself some potatoes. Well, I won't sell myself some potatoes. That would be real dumb. I'll sell those innocent slaves some potatoes. You know, I am doing good. I am doing good. What was I getting? I was getting something, wasn't I? Looked at something, I saw it, it looked interesting. I was doing something. Sticks. We're not gonna waste that. We will grab all of it. Nice. Use sticks now. Once we get rid of all of our carrots and potatoes. Potato. Good. Now those guys are stuck at their job. You. Hey, you got the good stuff on the first try. You know, I am actually pretty good today. A bit surprising, I know. But nothing bad has happened. Stick me, daddy. Probably not a good thing to say. Okay, we got 20 Fletchers, a bunch of Fletchers. He needs to get some Fletcher too. And him. Items, sticks. I don't know what you're talking about. No one said anything. There we go. This is looking affordable. You, slave master. 3 pants, please. Of your finest craftsmanship. Nice. I don't really care about the armorers, but that's a lot of pants. That's a lot of pants. Nice. And with that, all of my mending tools are fixed. That is... Ooh, a bucket of lava. What do you know? This, thank you. This here, thank you. Don't know where that came from, actually. I'm going to have to pick up bread. Inventory management. It's a game in and of itself, isn't it? It is. This goes up, this goes down. Okay. I need to cut down like several hundred trees at this point. Let's go peacefully cut down trees. By peaceful, I mean aggressively with shouting and screaming and all that fun stuff. As long as the, people that are suffering are the trees and not myself, then I do not care. What, about the trees? About the trees suffering? Yeah, I would say yay to that as well. Honestly, they deserve it. Dang, tree gremlins. Who knows what they're doing with those trees? Ooh, the earth, being gremlins. Reminds me of the movie Gremlins. You ever see the movie Gremlins? That is a weird movie with such an easy issue. Don't feed the thing after midnight. Don't, get it wet. Like, I get that owning a pet is hard, but really, when you only have 2 rules, it should be pretty easy, right? At least I would think so. I would hope so, that a pet with only 2 rules is pretty easy. Yeah, the basic movie premise is there's this cute little thing, I guess you call it a spud, where it's from an exotic pet seller, and he's like, don't feed it after midnight. Don't get it wet, and you will have a pet for a lifetime. Ha 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 ha. And they end up getting it wet from like some stupid reason, and then it starts spitting out these gremlin balls, which are pure incarnates of evil and terrorize the family and try to kill them. And then I think they have to like melt them somehow, but of course if gremlin balls get wet, they also split off and stuff like that. Very, very weird movie. Very, very old movie. Let's see, other weird movies. Oh man, I've talked about it before. The movie called Toy Soldiers. Definitely an early 2000s era movie. The basic plot is toys get microchips to make them, like voice chips and stuff like that. But these ones are special. Exactly. I mean, the don't get it wet part might be the only issue, since there's external factors, like, if it's really humid, would it naturally just succumb to being wet? Or would it have to be, like, proper drenched with, like, a cup of water? Like, at what point does it stop being wet, right? But for the don't feed it after midnight, that one's dumb. Like, really? Really? Go away, spider. No one even likes spiders in this day and age. Like, of course it was, an early 2000s movie. It wasn't fully thought out to that degree. Don't get it wet just meant don't get it wet. Don't feed it after midnight didn't mean anything except for don't feed it after midnight. Although the question remains of when does after midnight end, because technically since time is circular, we run on a 24-hour clock. Every moment of our day is after midnight. I'm gonna say cyclic. I can't even say the word today. But It's basically just a fancy word of saying a circle clock. A circle cycle. Well, aren't I a lucky bastard? I mean, definitely a bastard, but that is a different matter. You gonna stop being a bastard? Yeah, I know, right? You know, that actually poses me back to the question of the title screen. Oh, what's the title of my thing today? When does a dream get marked as a nightmare? And that is actually a good question, in my opinion. Because, of course, the answer is intrinsically different for every person, you know? Every person has a different marker of what is a nightmare. But, you know, realistically speaking, where would it be placed as a nightmare scientifically, right? At what point, what physiological reaction does your body have to undergo for scientists to record that you are having a nightmare? Or is it just arbitrary to each person? Because I have weird dreams, and I get ones that are pretty well nightmares, you know, zombie apocalypse and stuff like that. Or, you know, people, ninjas trying to kill my family or stuff like that. And they definitely scare me, but I have a hard time classifying them as nightmares. Yes. That would be the title, wouldn't it? But I still have a hard time classifying dreams that scare me as nightmares. Because, actually I don't know why, but I feel like a nightmare is meant to be a bad thing. Well, a lot of dreams just purvey whatever innate fears you have, right? They just, because they are built of unfiltered thoughts, they just pervert things like that to a point where it becomes excessive and fearful, or fear-inducing, or not even really fear-inducing, just scary, which is different than fear-inducing. You know, fear-inducing would leave a lasting effect on you. If you were to see clowns in your dreams, if you became scared of clowns in your waking life, you could say that dream was fear-inducing. But if you're only scared of clowns in that one dream because whatever action the clown was taking, well, that dream was just scary. It was no longer fear-inducing, right? It was no longer, by my approximation, a nightmare. It was just a scary dream. Because I don't quantify nightmares and scary dreams as the same thing. Which some people might. They might say, well, because you were scared or because you were afraid, it's a nightmare. But I find that they are two different situations, which we're trying to mix the two of them into one thing. Please go brr. Yeah. And like, why are you being a bastard? You're not going outside. No. 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 I will drown you. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I will hard drown you, cat. Yeah, I might not drown you, but I go the wrong way? No. Okay, yeah, where you wake up in a fright. But I mean, like, I've woken up in... maybe not necessarily yelling and screaming, but I've woken up with, you know, cold sweat or with a jump before. I don't think I've ever really woken up in my life yelling and screaming. Right? Because, hell, I've had some pretty vivid dreams of my family dying. Which is clearly a scary thing, but at the end of the day, at most I wake up with a cold sweat and just a, you know, a good gasp and not a shiver. You know, heart rate pumping that adrenaline, pumping that blood, but it's like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, it was just a dream. Granted, I did become paranoid that my mother was going to die for a while. Not necessarily in the same way, but just like, oh shit, if she's gone for too long, she's gonna die. So I guess you could call what it was a nightmare. It induced fear, not necessarily for the reasons in the thing, but it induced fear in me. Because I did it suddenly and shockingly, almost like a jump scare. Leaf go burr. You know, it's kind of sad. All the people prepping for a zombie apocalypse are just wasting their money. I love zombie apocalypse. I love the concept of it. Although, as an adult, I recognize how dumb it is. I recognize the impossibility of it. And it's like, man, they're just wasting their money. And it's because zombies are impossible. Hey, no worries. Thanks for dropping by. It's been fun having you. Damn, 5 o'clock. You're only 3 hours ahead of me. I'm smart enough to take naps, but, you know, that's from trial and error. But no, what's it called? Yeah, zombies are functionally not possible to have happen. Right? The issues with zombies are plentiful. Even the semi-realistic zombies, which would be the fungus cordyceps zombies from The Last of Us, or things like the rage virus, which aren't even zombies. Thank you, I will definitely try. The rage virus is not zombies, by the way. Because they are still technically living creatures, they're not zombies. And well, the fungus in The Last of Us is technically a zombie, or the human hosts become zombies. The fungus itself is not a zombie. In fact, I've built a classification list between what is a zombie and what isn't, so I'm pretty happy about that. A zombie by classification, in my opinion. Oh, that zombie go burr. It's any beast, any reanimated dead that hunts by instinct. Right? No basic thought. Or no complicated thought. Fully instinct, fully bestial. Anything that ends up having a thought, like a lich, or anything bigger than that, you know. If a zombie is able to gain sentience to an extent and build itself its own brain, well, then it's no longer a zombie.
It is then classified as an undead. An undead and zombie are different. A zombie can be undead, but undead can't be zombies. Right? Because undead would be all of it, but it would also usually incorporate the idea of small sense of sentience, self-thought kind of thing. And it's a good thing I have a lot of dirt, honestly. With all these creeper holes, it is a good thing I have a lot of dirt. Gotta like take down all these trees near my town to make it safer. Getting a little pissed with all the mob activity at night. No, it would also help mob activity if I actually lit up the town. I have yet to actually light up the town, and that is definitely an integral issue in this situation. Like, I've said it before, but for the cordyceps fungus. Hello, Shishasha. Welcome to the party. How's it going today? Having a fun time, having a good time, relaxing smoothly, enjoying whatever part of your day this is. Because I'm enjoying whatever part of my day this is. Burr. That's good, that's good. Can't ask for anything better, right? I mean, you could. You might get slapped for it. I know, I'd probably slap someone if they asked for more. That's good. Good for you. And I know I'm kind of just straight up an asshole, so it makes sense to my character. Slap someone. How did I get 17 dirt? Weird. Cat go burr. Cat is... Why don't you learn how to jump on the windowsill? Honestly. Why do you just expect that you'll be able to climb up with your petty little cat claws? Jiminy's. So dumb. So dumb. My cats don't seem to understand the concept of jumping, so they'll try and climb onto my windowsill with just their claws, doing a fucking pull-up, and it's like, just stop. Honestly, you're cats. I've seen you jump up there before. You have strong leg muscles. Why? But they just go, cat is cat, burr, and they keep trying to climb, and it's like, ah. So dumb, so silly. But no, what was I thinking about? I was thinking about zombies, of course. Yes, that's right, The Last of Us zombies. Very dumb. I know, right? Very, very dumb. Honestly, the fact of the matter that anyone or any city was taken over is okay. You know? The Last of the Zombies hit hard, although technically unless they already had kind of like almost like living in the sewers kind of thing to grow their fungus spores, they would have had a much harder time infecting. Yes and no. The Last of Us 1 was fun. The Last of Us 2, not so much. I have my personal gripes with The Last of Us 2. I have a lot of personal gripes with The Last of Us 2. Oh. Well, I did. In fact, I even streamed it over on my YouTube channel. Feel free to go check it out there when you have time. It might be buried underneath all of the Minecraft content. It is heavily buried. But no, it was. It wasn't bad per se. The gameplay was okay. The cinematics were good. The art direction and design was good. You know, all in all, it should have been a good game, but it wasn't. The plot of the characters, the reason the characters did what they did, is dumb. I get it to an extent, you know. I just went in a big ass circle. I had to go and get other materials because I'm dumb. Like, what is it? We get introduced to a couple new characters in the game. People who are the beginning antagonists are okay. They have a decent reason to be antagonists. They have a clear issue with our main characters, and they have it because of the actions of the main characters. At which point, they do something irreversible, which causes our main character, Ellie, to act up and try and seek them out to kick their shit in. Which is like, okay, I guess, you know, I'll allow it. But after she fails, after doing so many unspeakable things, oh man, Ellie just goes off the rails. Like, holy snap, Ellie is a psychopath. From The Last of Us 2, Ellie is just a psychopath. Like, I get that Abby and friends, Abby and co, did some fucked up stuff to cause the plot to move forward, but Ellie, our main character that we play as in The Last of Us 2, is bloodthirsty. She is messed in the head. Like, she is messed up, and oh man, it's horrible. It is horrible. I don't like it. It was bad direction. I know it. Build tiny little boats. But no, it was bad direction. You know, I'm doing good. Surprisingly, I'm mentally all here, I think. Probably not, but you know, you're pregnant? Oh wow, that's good for you, you know? Raising a child is a hard responsibility, but some people are ready for it early. No, I'm just kidding. What's up? What's cool with you? You got $600 from a parental inheritance that you're now going to spend on coke, blow, and other drugs? Just to let you know, it doesn't go as far as you expect. Bring us 2 more blocks back. I did guess. What do you mean guess? You're learning a new language because multiculturalism is key to the new world. Fucking, you got Twitch Prime because you, for some reason, are addicted to Twitch. I don't know why you get Twitch Prime though. That's a mixture. That's a mixed feeling for that one. I feel like I'm getting bullied. You're playing Minecraft hardcore on your own world, and you're realizing just how much pain it is. How much hell that you've willingly put yourself into. That one's actually reasonable, though. I honestly never even had that thought cross my mind. Politics never even crossed my mind at this point. Ah, fuck. You're having fun torturing me by making me guess random things? When, in reality, you're lying about there being something cool. And in fact, I'm just being played as a rube. Oh yeah, no, I don't have Twitter. I don't have anything about Twitter. Twitter's dumb. What if can I click? Can I click skip? Can I click skip play on this? I'm very bad at building boats. Let's see. Okay. No bullying. It's your birthday? Oh, well, happy birthday. That's always... Oh, in 2 days? That's pretty good. That is a nice thing to wake up. That's a nice thing to have happen. Yes. Would it work like that? It would not. Oh, like that. That. I'm very bad at building boats, can you tell? I can tell. Well, you saw how much I struggled. It is clear that it was difficult enough that I proved my ineptitude at being a person. But still, happy birthday for you. How many birthdays have I celebrated this year? I have celebrated none. And I mean that for other people's birthdays, not my own. I do have my birthday. Sometimes. That's that. My birthday was about a week ago. I'm an October baby, which I'm pretty happy about, honestly. I like being October. I realized the issue. This is not long enough. That was the issue. The sexy babies. I mean, other months might disagree, but you're not wrong. What do people? I'm literally 22. Why, thank you. People still think I am young? I don't know how to take that. I don't know how to take that, honestly. It's nothing to be worried about pedophilia. I mean, sure, young in the sense that, you know, that's not true. I could be 98% of the way through life. I could die tomorrow. That would be a little bit more than 98%, wouldn't it? Like, unless there was a guarantee I was going to live to 100, that is not a truthful statistic. Your math is wrong. Let's see, like that, all the way up to the front. Okay. Well, then your math might be a little correct. No, I'll accept it. But yeah, let's get more set this. They really need a woodcutter's bench instead of, much like the stone cutters, just a woodcutter. Nice. Ooh, that's a fun game. Actually, I've never played Bloons Tower 6. I did play Bloons Tower 5, though. I was part of the BT5 crowd. Go that. Then, I don't know, like... that. Good. Good. I'm gonna have to replace the bottom strut with logs, aren't I? Probably. Oh, nice. And how's that? Is it worthwhile?
Is it worth the effort?
Ooh, nice. I think I played it when it was free. Yeah, I probably played it when it was free or something like that. Because I am a cheap bastard. Yes. Yes, BT5 is pretty good. You know, I played Bloons Tower Battles when it first came out. I do not play it anymore. Not because I hate it or anything, I just never came back to it. Thank you. Guess I'll need 2 things of ladders. Have there been any changes to BT5? Or not BT, yeah, Battles 5. Well, let me go with this. making it a bit weird, but it's like it's got a reason to be like this, okay? It's got a solid reason. Well, there's no weird way to say that. You're saying it, yeah, of course. Like, if people didn't understand that, well, then they're weirdos. Freaks and monsters. Like, really. There's no real other way to, like, a robot would be able to see it the way you were thinking that people might see it, but the average human would be able to put 2 and 2 together. It's like, I played this game to shit on kids. You what? You pervert! No. No one's gonna see it like that. Clearly you're playing it to kick their teeth in. To show them who's boss, and why they are still just children. It is always fun to show why they're still just children, and why they will only be children. That's right, I need fences. No, out of all the boats, I think this boat is more effective. Bricks. Okay, let's breathe. Can you not waterlog that? Excuse me, game. I'm pretty sure you could log water. You can't waterlog that? That's a waste of resources. Well, that makes me feel dumb. Oh, what is it? Like, I had a lot of reasons to feel dumb already, but that just makes me feel dumb. Oh, it doesn't even connect. A piece of garbage. It's fine for now. It's fine for now. It's fine for now. Let's see. Was it campfires? Campfire. Or no, I'll make how these work on the edge. Well, of course. I don't mean, like, I'm privy to my own little bubble of the world, but I have never really ever heard a black man call racism. I've only ever witnessed white allies, or allies call racism. People who want to be superior than others by proving that they are more woke, they are more compassionate. I've only noticed that those people are the ones that call such things. And it's kind of sad, but, you know, though you have to find the definition, right? Because racism might still be a thing, but systemic racism isn't, right? That's the big difference. Systemic racism isn't in our system. There are no laws preventing, or there are no laws that cause racism, or that directly relate to the usage, induction of racism. Either way, there's no laws for that. Oh yeah, racist jokes are funny as hell. Because people are able to recognize that they are a joke. People who aren't able to understand that humor is derived from suffering are foolish. They are silly people who are not as aware of the world as everyone else. That's the thing. All jokes derive from suffering. That is a truth. You might be able to think of a funny joke, but the best jokes derive from suffering. In some way. Because much like dreaming and how our minds naturally devour our memories, leaving us with vague imprints of what happened instead of the full events, it is a way that we heal through processes. It has been recorded that the few people who have been identified as having photographic memories that aren't able to be forgotten, are usually, they say it's a nightmare. They cannot move on with their life should an event happen. Right? They are not physically capable of moving on with their life. Because unlike us who are able to experience something and then eventually forget, and then eventually lose the pain associated with the memory, they keep all of the emotions, all of the pain from such a memory. They are not able to forget. They are not able to have their memories devoured by themselves. Which is why they would classify themselves as suffering. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I'm thinking, yeah, we'll get rid of these. Just give this back piece touch-ups. Well, I wouldn't really say it was a good thing, but it wasn't a bad thing. It was just a word that referred to a black person. It was turned into a slur due to it being overused and used almost discriminatorily. At this point, it has been, you could almost say, marked as almost as a curse word. Similar to the idea of retard and gay and all that stuff. Retard, idiot, other things like that. They were medical terms. They were medical terms meant to identify or present someone's medically confirmed IQ. They weren't they weren't slurs. They weren't slander. But of course, people as they are, language always evolving, they turned into slander. Same with gay. Gay's first or recorded thing used to be happy. Oh, let's have a gay old time, have a good time, let's have a happy time. It wasn't a slander against people of homosexuality. Hell, they still use it as a good word, as a decent word in what is it, Australia. They have bars, they have candy bars or whatever that are like, oh, let's have a gay old time, because that's part of their English, their language, their heritage almost. Whereas, you know, words evolve, language evolves, and it is prone to do so. It is discriminatory nowadays. Don't you see how many people are only willing to say African Americans? Because of the stigmatic issues in the world, people basically turned such a simple phrase of referring to a person by the color of their skin into a slur almost. They were no longer people of color. They weren't black people. They were African Americans. Just like how the natives are no longer called Indians. They are now Native Americans. Up and down, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, again, it depends on who you're with, right? If you're with friends who have the same mentality as you, no one's gonna bat an eye. Unless you're doing it with clear, you know, evil opinions. Hello! Welcome to our party, Tefera Ruxix. Welcome. How you doing today, Tefera? Tefera! Look at that, we are zooming. Trifera, sorry. I was looking too far away to see the actual word. Oh yeah, racism, the best topic on Twitch. Well, less than racism and discrimination, we were having a topic on the evolution of language and how a lot of words were turned discriminatory after years and centuries of being perfectly fine words. Hell, I saw what is it? Almost a Twitter post, yeah, or something like that, of people getting mad at Crayola for having the word negro on their packaging, when negro literally means in Spanish black. It wasn't racist in any capacity. It was just the word black, the Spanish word for black. Of course, you know, they were very promptly owned because they were being idiots, but still, you know? It's like, how dumb do you have to be? Well, apparently that dumb. And just kind of a sad situation. There we go. This and that. But yeah, it's much less about yes, exactly. And other similar words are like that in different countries. You know? The fact that white English-speaking Americans or English-speaking people were getting mad at other cultures for having English slurs in them. Note that this issue with depiction of color isn't necessarily related to any other ethnicity. You know, you wouldn't look at a Spanish person and see that they're having the same issue of color, or the color of the skin. It is only based on the English language, right? Because we're the only people that apparently were calling people black people or negros or whatever other words you want to call it by, right? We're the oppressors, we're the villainous people. And it's like, okay, you know, call us what you want. At this point, it doesn't matter. History's already been happened, right? It's a very, very unique boat that I've built. Nice. There we go. There we go. Look at that boat. That boat is... That's a good pavilion. That's not a word, is it? Pavilion? I think I've had this discussion with people before. Pavilion is not a word. But yeah, again, it just goes back to the idea that allies are allies, right? Not necessarily that they're trying to do anything good, but supposedly they're not trying to do anything bad either. Yeah. Another one is the idea of cultural appropriation. I don't know about you, but just because one culture does X doesn't mean they've appropriated it, as far as I'm aware. You know, I saw a video a couple years back of a white kid with dreads, like proper dreads, and this black student was trying to cuss him out over cultural appropriation. It's like, he's got a haircut, my girl. Like, sure, it's primarily used by, you know, black people, but it's not cultural appropriation in the slightest. Is he insulting people with it? Or is he just enjoying the haircut? Right? I find that a lot of people, like, hell, you don't get to share a culture unless you're gonna let other people borrow from it. Like, hell, if you look at the Asian people, if you look at, hell, New York, other places, you make better foods, you make better experiences by sharing culture, right? But if you try and say, oh no, that is only allowed to be done by X people, you're not X, you don't get to do that. That is racism. That is racism right there. To partake in the act, in an event that is done by another culture is not racist. You're trying to express enjoyment of their culture or even learn about their culture. I've watched videos about people calling people out for enjoying wearing kimonos and other stuff, you know, primarily Japanese stuff, saying, oh, only Asian people can do this, only X can do this. It's like, no, you know, they're not being racist at all, they're not being harmful, they're being helpful, they are being good people, expressing their interest in subjects that they like. There's nothing wrong about it. I think I did a good job on that boat. Oh yeah, of course. The big issue is, it's not very many people that are racist. It's not very many people that are actively seeking these issues out to be allies and supporters of them, or antagonists against racist people. Not very many people are actually like that. All we know, all we hear about, all we experience is the vocal minority, which sets a bad precedent, right? I don't think I know a single person in my life who would say, oh, you express your interest in Asian culture, well then you're a racist. I don't know a single person in my life, but I've seen like 30 videos online about it, right? But of course, 30 videos out of what? How much content is put on the internet in 1 hour, right? How many people are there on Earth? There are 7 billion? 7 point something billion? Nearly 8 billion? So, honestly, like... Well, yeah. Of course, you know, it also depends on your area, right? In my area, I have yet to see a single sketchy black person. I hardly see any black people. We're primarily white or what is it? Portuguese? Not Portuguese. You know, it's either white or Asian, right? Around my area, but all the sketchy people are the white people. Oh, well, Jeremiah. Unfortunate for him, I guess I gotta put him in a minecart. I have yet to see a sketchy black person in my community. I need you to step in that. Thank you. Thank you. All of the sketchy people, all the people that have proven themselves to be thieves and you know, other things, are always white people. And you know, it's just how it goes, right? Yeah, of course. Like it goes down to where you live, the culture, and who raised people, right? If you live in a predominantly black environment, usually you'll be fine if you were raised next to other people. But if you were raised in a pure white environment, only exposed to stereotypes and, you know, these videos online and all that stuff, and you went to a black community, you'd be scared shitless. And they'd pick up on that, and they would react to you being scared shitless. Like, people are pretty, you know, observant. When you act one way, they'll respond in another way. Some people might say, hey, you know, some people might try and connect with you, allow you to alleviate your fears, you know, learn you something. But other people will react hostily. And because they're reacting hostily towards your reactions towards them, well, of course, that will foster more, you know, stereotypes, more aggression. You might overreact on something someone does, and then they'll overreact on you because you're just being, you know, they'll perceive you as being racist. Right? You're not necessarily racist, you're scared because you're uneducated. But, you know, all it takes is a couple reactions and all of a sudden everything's blown up. Neither party would have been the instigators to a situation, but now both parties are in trouble. And that happens way too frequently. Not to mention with the proliferation. I can't say the word. You know? Proliferation of easy access to police, amongst other things. Of course, events got blown out of hand way more than normal. Though, thankfully, with the constant gain in society towards taking videos, although some of it is a bit excessive, it has allowed us to get over the point where it was overreaction and show the objective truth. There's no more, oh, I didn't say that. Well, you look at this video, you did say that. You know? You can't backpedal, you can't lie when someone's recording you. Because they will catch you lying. It's no longer a he said, she said, it is a I have proof that she said that. And it's a good, and the addition of recording media is a good thing. It has probably saved so many lives. Not even just from death, just lives in general, you know? It would suck to be at a food court, get, berated by someone and then have the police called on you. Well, now with video evidence, the police will go after them, right? It's a good thing. Anyway, I think I've worked myself up a little bit. I'm gonna leave playing with Amethyst. Time for Amethyst. I'm a very, very important person. This time. Yeah. Yeah, it was a discussion about the topic, not necessarily being the topic. Is there a way I can make this louder? Baheen. Baheen. Huh, interesting. Hey, no worries. Thanks for dropping by. Happy to have you here, Slither. That was good. That was good, amethyst time. Nice little break of amethyst. Get ourselves to calm down a little bit. Nice little calming situation now. Now we're all calm, I'm happy, I'm pretty chill cat. Much like the cat sleeping on my bed, he's chill, happy. I'm chill. I don't know if I'm happy, but I'm chill. Okay, back to zombies. Yeah, no, zombies are functionally impossible to have ever happen. Sorry to say it to anyone who's prepped for them. The infection vector is already a big issue. If such zombies did exist that they infected the way they did, well, humanity wouldn't have a chance. Like, you could say that you'd be able to boil off the water, but the likelihood is that you would have already drank the water. You'd already be infected. If it infected like The Last of Us, well, it makes more sense. It has more reason. In fact, even The Last of Us zombies hunt animals to eat. So, although there is no infected animals, it's just only humans. It's kind of dumb. You would think that the fungus would be able to turn all mass into biomass. But what can you do, right? Yeah. You would probably think that you'd be able to turn all mass into biomass, but I guess not. Not to mention flamethrowers. Literally, the spores and the biomass melted to the walls would be weak to flamethrowers. All you would need is squads of 4. 2 flamethrowers to walk ahead, 2 soldiers walk behind. The soldiers take out any zombies that get too... any infected that get too close, and the flamethrowers take out pretty much everything. No? The closest thing that would get there would be the bloaters, but even then... and even then, they'd be going in after you firebombed a city. Firebombed an area. You wouldn't send them in alone, free without having any pre-ops beforehand. They are the cleanup crew. They are not the attack crew. Firebombing a city would be good enough to destroy, I'd say, a good 70% of whatever infected are in the city. Any kind of biomass, any kind of spore factories. And of course, any spore-riddled area would likely immediately collapse. Because, well, I don't know about you, but as far as I'm aware, the spores would act kind of like flour. In, like, dusty flour in an enclosed space. It kind of makes a dust bomb. So flammable spores would likely cause something similar. But then again, I also don't know the science of how flammable mushroom spores are, so that becomes a good question. The Walking Dead zombies. Way too slow. Way too dumb. They are attracted to sound and the decay. So, even though they're decaying at a slower rate than what normal human bodies would decay at, and somehow they are still retaining physical motion after they've deteriorated to a certain point. Hey, Trifera, thank you for that. Thank you for that follow. Even though, yeah, the Walking Dead zombies are decaying past a certain point of usage and are still moving around, they'd still be weak. Honestly, they were weak when they first came through. The only time we've ever seen them run is back in Season 1, when they attacked Rick with their horse of, like, Rick and his horse when they had like several thousand zombies crammed into one area. Which wouldn't have happened. They would have ended up walking away when they got bored of whatever they were looking at. They've done it before. Once they get bored of a noise, or recognize that the noise is no longer making noise, they will get bored and eventually walk away, unless they are actively making more noise, which keeps them attracted to that spot. Like if they were to bang on a door, they would stay there banging on a door until a new noise distracts them. But if they were to walk into the woods, they would eventually get bored of walking that way if there was no follow-up noise. So a single shot from hunting would be fine, but a prolonged gun battle in the woods would not be fine. Especially with how echoey the woods are. I don't know about you, but zombies don't really have echolocation down to a science. Like, I don't even have echolocation, and I'm not even a zombie. I'm just a plain old human. So zombies would have even worse echolocation than us. Next step. Yeah, they'd be pretty easy to kill. So you would be able to kill them fairly easily, honestly. They're also not that durable. Oh, you can't kill them by hitting them in the heart? Okay. Well, there's two ways to take down most zombies. They're destroy their brain, or commit their bodies to enough danger or damage. Are you being such a bastard? I don't get what your issue is, cat. Why can't you be calm and peaceful like your brother? I've been needing to cut down this part of the forest for, like, forever. It's actually a good thing for me at the moment. Go make an iron. The great thing is I can freely use that iron down there because, honestly, since it's free iron that I'm getting passively, I'm not that attached to it. Like, if it was iron that I had to grind for in the caves, I would be a lot more against the entire act of saving them. Or of spending it on using it on tools and stuff like that. Unless I had just that much of a surplus. And then other types of zombies. Is there really any other type of zombie? Well, you have the fast zombies, which are just as weak as the regular zombies, but somehow retaining the ability to run. And then you have the special zombies, which don't make any sense. You know, exploders, bloaters, bilers, screamers. The screamers, okay, I guess, but that would mean that they would have to have evolved to a point. That would mean that they would have to have rapid evolution as a trait innately in them, similar to octopi. But even then, evolution of that kind happens through breeding. Zombies don't really breed. The closest thing they get to breeding is infecting hosts, but even then, there's a limit to that, right? Because you would think that they would have to breed for specific purposes, and unless they already have those purposes built into their design of the bacteria, well, then they're not going to be doing anything. They won't evolve. And then you have like tanks and stuff. Now tanks are a weird thing, because we already know the zombie's weakness is their head. Technically, every creature's weakness is their head. If their head can be destroyed, they will lose it. And so, a tank somehow jacked up with muscles to rival God, you know, it doesn't mean jack all. All it takes is one solid shot, a couple solid shots, and you kill it to the head. Right? That's my issue with the Left 4 Dead series and other types that copy it. Dying Light has something similar. They have exploders, which somehow death and reanimation caused a violent chemical reaction which makes your intestines explode. But only if you were a fat bastard in life. Right? If you were a gross, internet troll, you turn into a spitter, a biler, someone who spits up literal, almost digestive acid, which they are somehow still producing in their undead form, because if not, they would have just ran out after a couple of spits, and then they would have become useless, because their bodies have already mutated, or rapidly reformed to one of a biler. They no longer have the agility, quote-unquote, of a normal zombie. So, it does make sense to have the freshly infected be ones with better mobility. Those that haven't decayed past, or that haven't decayed, would have retained a sense of mobility, whereas those that have aged past a certain point would become slow. It would definitely give credence to the early stage panic, where the zombies are all sprinters and stuff like that. Oh, it's kind of nice to see this forest gone. Now, here's another type of zombie that I personally have devised. As opposed to calling them zombies, I've decided to call them mana drowned, and this goes along with the idea that humans, all life on Earth is not compatible with mana. At least mana as we see it in media, things that would allow us to express ourselves with magic. Casting fireballs and being magicians, sorcerers, all that stuff. Humans in our world, creatures in our world, are not compatible with it. And so I came up with an idea that, should mana ever be introduced into our world, those that are already weak, ill, and feeble would probably die. People whose bodies can't adapt to the rapid flood of mana would probably die. And this would happen due to something akin to drowning. Oh, there's too much water and you're not able to swim in it? Well, good job, now you drown. Well, there's too much mana and you're not able to cope with it? Well, good job, now you drown in mana. And this makes sense, in my opinion. Because it's meant to be an energy force, but if you're not able to cope with it, if your body isn't able to handle it, it would likely kill you. Now here's the thing that really turns it up a notch. Mana would still be flooding into your corpse. Without a conscience to direct it, your body would likely rise back up as an undead, as a zombie. Now, I've came up with the idea that zombies of this type, which I've considered mana drowned, would likely retain, or would likely gain the ability of mana sense. Being able to sense the position of mana, so they could be able to find concentrations of it. Things that would normally be like humans and stuff, animals. Now, here's the bad thing about mana drowned. They're pretty hard to kill. Unlike regular zombies, or similar to regular zombies, they would take headshots, almost. They wouldn't take headshots, they would have two ways of killing them. Beat their bodies up into a point where the mana leaks out of it faster than it can be absorbed in, because that's what's sustaining their life, mana. Mana is the sustainer of their life, unlike us, which use blood. And so you would have to make them bleed faster than they can regenerate. Or two, sever their spine. Technically there would be a third way. Well, no, that third way would only come from I was gonna say mana crystals, but that's a very specific way. It only comes from specific things. A long day. Yeah, this sense of mana drowned would mean mana sense able to sense the, I guess you could say, the change in the ambient mana, which would usually come from a living creature. You would gain increased durability, such to the point where it would take one of two ways to kill them. Even if you bash their skull in, if the damage wasn't enough, they would still keep going. Now, what they're doing is not necessarily trying to kill you. What they want is to drain you of your mana. Right? And it's similar. The end result is similar, but the reason is different. Like, you being drained of your mana would kill you after you've been accustomed to it. I want to get rid of the mobs spawning around my house. Nice. A little pathway there. Got a lot of zombies and they're like 100-meter detection range. Like, holy shit. At the very least, I do have some stuff. Some semblance of safe and calm. There we go. Let's get the day started. Hey, at least he fell in. Nice. Need the nighttime to get the next of torches out, but I can probably guesstimate what I need. There are a lot of torches that need to be placed. I started watching Star Trek Lower Decks, and I gotta say, it's kind of funny. I personally enjoy it. And I would recommend it to anyone who wants a good, quick laugh. or an enjoyable story. I've heard a lot of people supposedly criticize it, but it's like, it's good enough for me. Half an hour. I don't think it took me half an hour to build that boat, did it? Hope not. The boat's pretty cool, I like the boat. I haven't really done anything today, have I? I built a boat. That's it. That's sad. Like, it doesn't look bad, but it's kind of sad. I'll be go burr. Nice. Nice. Huh. Why would I end up like that in here if I continued digging the ground? Very strange cave. But what can you do, right? In my opinion, the answer is nothing. Or in my experience, the answer is nothing. No, I kind of get a Beatles ship vibe from Legend of Zelda Wind Waker and stuff like that. It kind of gives me a Mr. Beetle vibe. I don't know, just kind of weird. Either way, you know what? We are done today. We have done a lot. We have said a lot. Probably stuff that will haunt me for my life, but you know what? That's okay. Thank you everybody for coming and watching and joining us today. If you like what you saw, check this out. If you didn't, then oh well. Thank you so much, and have a great night.